Welcome. Whoa, yeah.
Hey.
There's a mic there, bro.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How you feel? Well,
pretty nice today.
yeah, you've been doing some swimming? A little bit.
Well, yeah.
You got in for like 1 minute, but yeah.
Yeah. I beat you last night.
And what?
Smash Bros.
Yeah, we did do that. We've been trying to, there's a little thing here at the GameStop soon.
Have a tournament.
A little tournament, so you've been kind of practicing a little bit, right?
Yep.
I mean, I didn't do too bad. I won twice, I think.
Yeah.
Reese got better.
I'm better than all of y'all,
Yeah.
obviously.
Well, let's welcome everybody to our podcast. Welcome to Sunny Days.
Hey.
Yes. Who are you?
Elijah Bell.
Elijah Bell. And
Yep.
Who are you to me?
Your child.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Which one?
The middle one.
The
youngest.
Yep, this is my youngest boy. We've been wanting to do this for a little while, but just couldn't really get it all done logistically. But yeah, we're here for it, and I'm super pumped to have you and show you off a little bit. I know it seems like Reese has been getting all the attention lately.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
Not jealous.
No?
I just okay, he gets all the attention. Leave me out of it. Leave me out of it.
Yeah. Do you feel that he does good with it? Or
I mean, sure.
Sure.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, he's been doing really well. So, but yeah, I mean, how old are you? Tell us a little about you.
13, about to turn 14 in like 2 weeks, something like that. I don't know.
Something like, you don't even know when you're
June 14th.
It seems like a super important date. You know what I mean?
It's June 14th.
Okay. So what's today?
June 2nd.
Well done. Well done. Yeah. You know all your stuff. You like that? You didn't see that coming, did you?
No.
Got a lot in store for you, brother.
That sounded like a rewind to be like.
That's right.
Let's go back in time a little bit and you do that.
So what are your interests? What do you do for fun?
I like to draw.
Yeah.
I'm a nerd, so I binge watch shows.
Nerd? Okay, what do you mean nerd? Like what is being a nerd?
I just gotta expose myself, I just.
Yeah. Why's your face getting red, nerd boy?
Wow.
That's all right. I think
I'd be like, hey, you want to watch this show with me? He's like, is it an anime?
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah.
So you like anime?
Yeah.
Yeah? Like which ones? Like what's your all-time favorite?
Action.
Oh, man.
Mob Psycho. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't understand.
Mob Psycho.
He doesn't understand.
I'm sure there's going to be severe judgment on me probably not supposed to let you watch Mob Psycho.
I like how you say that anime's for nerds and you're a loser, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
I'd never.
You watched Dragon Ball.
I've never called you a loser, for the record.
Yes, you have.
Oh, okay. When? Specifically?
Like, we were watching Dragon Ball.
Whoa, I didn't call you a loser, though.
You were like, you're a nerd.
I did not. I like it. I like Dragon Ball Z.
It's an anime. You said,
Mm-hmm.
Anime's so weird. You should read Harry Potter.
Well, I'm just trying to influence you to read a little Harry Potter, but I don't think I ever called you a loser. I think I did say, and I think the vast majority of the world would agree that it's probably a little nerdy.
It's true.
Anime in general.
It's true.
So then what you were trying to make me look like a bad guy. Yeah. You called yourself a nerd.
It's true.
It's like a badge of honor, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it's mine. I take it.
Yeah?
I'll take it. You call me a nerd, I'll be like...
Over here making me look bad.
He's a terrible person, guys.
Yeah, I guess so. That's fine. Whatever. Well, good.
I'm joking.
Let's get into my favorite part. Would you rather? Yeah? I don't think I've ever showed you that. Yeah. Oh, by the way, if anything you get from this podcast, you're going to realize that Elijah believes that he is too cool for every single one of us in this house. So you're going to you're going to start getting that vibe. Okay. Like that was cool. Look, that's would you rather. I mean, that's really cool, man.
It's really cool.
Nailed.
I love it.
Yeah.
You're rolling his eyes.
Yeah. Do you have any Did you prepare any would you rather questions?
Yes, I did.
All right, let's hear it.
Would you rather walk into like a row of hot coal, or walk into shards of glass?
Shoes or no shoes? I mean, so no shoes?
No shoes.
No shoes. Well, fun fact. I don't know if I ever told you this. When I was probably your age, my mom talked me into going to this conference thing. Thought it was something else, but it was some sort of conference. And Tony Robbins, you don't know who he is. He's like a motivational speaker. Anyway, his big thing was like mind over matter, like thinking positive and kind of hyping yourself up enough that maybe pain and things like that wouldn't bother you so much. Anyway, so at the end of the conference, they actually set out probably 6 feet of hot coals for you to walk over barefoot.
Oh,
right.
Did you do it?
Yeah, I did it.
How did it feel?
I mean, it hurt. Yeah. But I got the concept a little bit, but I walked over it, and then they had like water and stuff to spray. But in the context of this, I would still say I'd stick with the coals, I think, just because like
it's more safe.
I feel like you're definitely going to get cut up with the glass. So hot coals is my answer, my man. What about you?
I would do hot coal.
Yeah,
also.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, it hurt, but I was like, that's what they had you do.
Oh, God.
And then you walked across it. It's a real story. All right. What's your other one? What do you got?
Would you rather be in the Wizarding of Magic, aka Harry Potter, or would you rather have any DC superpower of your choice?
Now that is tough. So if I'm in Harry Potter, am I a wizard?
Yeah, you can. Well, you have to earn it, obviously.
I mean, but I wouldn't be like a muggle, a normal person.
No, you get the note.
Okay, I get. Okay, yeah. Let's see. That's a no. Okay, that's a no-brainer. I want to be a wizard. I want to be a wizard. Done. What about you?
Okay, hard question. Batman, he's pretty cool, right?
He don't have no powers, bro.
No, but
he has
like
no powers, not one
strength,
power.
But like his strength, like combat wise,
Well, yeah, he's definitely a ninja, but he's zero power. He's just rich.
Well, what if you're Superman?
I mean, it's a choice.
I would do Wizarding of Magic.
So you're gonna be a wizard too?
I'm gonna be a wizard.
My boy. I knew I raised you right, bro. Good job. All right, cool. Yeah, I think that that's a no-brainer for me. I just love Harry Potter. Obviously, I think I've made that really clear on this podcast that it is it's just something I like. But matter of fact, we got like wands right in front of us. Yeah, like what was it? 7 wands on a thing a friend made for us.
Like one more, I think.
Yeah, I think we have one more.
It's mine, obviously.
But I'd like to talk to you a little bit more. So you're just to get everybody kind of an idea. You're going to be in 8th grade. Yep. You just wrapped up your 7th grade school year, and you love math.
No, I don't. No, I don't. To be clear,
he hates math.
I love history.
He loves it. He's good at history. Yep. He loves that, and he's in the band with Reese. They both do percussion. So, yeah, just 7th grade year was it was an odd year for you, wouldn't you say? Just considering the circumstances and but that's all right. We've made it through it so far, and I think we came to you just to get right into it. We came to you probably, I guess it's been almost a year now. So do you recall when all this started? Finding out I was sick. What is your just from the beginning? What would you say? How do you remember that? No,
okay, I remember just going outside. Mom was like, "Hey, help your dad with the pool or whatever." I was like, "Okay." I go out. You're like, You're like, "I don't need any help." I'm like, "You sure?" I walk inside. You're like really sick or whatever, and I'm at like my pappy's house.
Yeah,
and I'm like, "Hey, your dad's sick. We're gonna go visit him in the hospital." I'm like, "Hospital?"
Oh, yeah. Huh? So you went to Pappy's while I was at the hospital.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
And we go there, and I see Mom like sobbing, and I'm like, "What the heck is going on?"
Yeah.
And they were like, "Y'all, Dad I'm like, "It can't be that bad. He has cancer," and I'm like flabbergasted. I'm like, this dude who works out only eats meat.
Yeah. Right.
Has cancer.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking.
Yeah.
So.
Didn't make sense, really. How did it make you feel?
Miserable.
Yeah?
I was miserable. I hated going from house to house.
Yeah.
Obviously, you were sick, so.
You're talking about when I was in the hospital for so long.
Yes. Yeah. And obviously got a lot of Zaxby's from it, but still.
A lot of people brought you food.
Shout out to them, by the way.
Yeah. But you're saying how did it make you feel? Obviously, the inconvenience of it sucked. Good. But like, what would you say was like your initial thought? Just,
like, this
cancer.
Sucks.
Yeah, it does suck.
This sucks.
Yeah. And so we went to the hospital for a long time and then came back.
Yeah. And then grandma had to come.
Oh, granny.
Grandma, I love you, but like.
Nana. Nana.
Yeah. I love you, grandma, but
What? Tell her. She's going to watch. How are you putting this on me?
I love beating you in Uno.
Yeah.
I love you making tea, but, I gotta stick with the family. You know what I mean?
You missed your mom and dad.
Yeah.
I understand. That's okay. That's understandable. And then, I think once we went through all the treatment and which was, you and Reese, we talk sometimes about it. Your mom and I, we talk about how y'all are probably some of the few people that really saw me super sick. I mean, you didn't see me when I was really bad in the hospital, but you saw like through the chemo, you got to see.
Mom definitely explained to me. She was like, "Yo, Dad feels really bad right now."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, it's good to hear." Or wait, no, that's terrible.
Right.
That's terrible.
Yeah. But what did that, what was that process like? Just me in and out of the hospital and.
Yeah, I hated it.
Yeah, but
Mom was like worn out.
Right.
Me and Reese were obviously terrified. We're like, she's going to hit it. Or no.
She's going to hit you?
No, she doesn't hit us.
Wow.
Just to be clear, she doesn't do that. I'm saying she's going to be really mad.
Right. You're just saying y'all were just kind of nervous about like.
Yeah. I mean, she didn't get mad. I wouldn't say she was trying her best, obviously. I over here am just like, I hate this.
Right. You were so you're just saying just everybody's on edge a little bit.
Yeah, everybody was like so miserable.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it was a tough time, right? Yeah, and then you had school. You're trying to juggle my health.
Yeah.
And us being in and out. And then, we kind of came to y'all later on and we talked a little bit about stem cell transplant, right? We kind of brought that up and we said, probably not going to happen. I'm going to be cured by chemo. And, we didn't talk too much medicine with you. But then we had brought it up to you, and Reese, hey, y'all probably could be tested, but probably not likely. So, what was your thought when I just brought up stem cell transplant, and that you could potentially be a donor?
I was like, oh no, needles inside me. No.
But like, would you say that it was something that you would be open to or like to do?
I mean, obviously, yeah.
Right.
I'm just not going to let you die out,
right.
you know?
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah. I mean, obviously there's some negative side effects or whatever for you, but
yeah,
you would say that you're just as willing.
Yeah.
As Reese.
Obviously, why would I not? Sure, I'd be nervous, but like,
right.
I would.
Yeah. Well, that I know a lot of people have asked me, what if it would have been Elijah? Would Elijah have wanted to?
Obviously.
Yeah. Yeah. So
are you saying that if your child wouldn't do it? Is that what you're saying?
Me?
No, I'm talking to them.
Oh, no, I think people were, genuinely curious as to, how you were feeling about being a donor, if possible,
Yeah.
So, yeah. And so I thought that was kind of just a neat thing for you to say that, I had two potential donors. And then, so when I told you like, hey, Reese is the donor, because we talked to Reese, we wanted to talk to him privately, and mostly just to make sure that Reese was cool with doing it, and give him some privacy there. But when we told you about it, what was your kind of reaction?
Okay. I have a story to tell. We were in Huey's. Mom's like, are you going to tell him? Or I think it was Reese. I don't exactly remember. But they were like, Reese is a stem cell donor. And I'm like, oh, thank God. No needles in me.
So you were like, yeah, oh, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. But at the same time, I think you were
yes, of course. I
willing
was like,
to do
finally.
it. It relieved, because it felt like it took us a long time, didn't it?
It took us like a month.
Well,
I think.
a lot longer than that. But
3?
3, 6 months, something like that.
6? That's almost a whole year.
Well, it's half of a year. We'll see again. He doesn't like math. I think,
Obviously. Wait, that's like, I got to do some math here.
There's 12 months. 9. He said 9, but what he meant was there's 12 months.
That's what I said.
Whoa, boy. God, 8th grade's going to be a great year.
I bet.
It's going to be awesome. Yeah. You like that little chime? Imagination. Yeah. Yeah, that's what you need to use your imagination to learn some math.
Dang.
But I think that it did take a long time and that we didn't really know, what to expect. So what would you say? Do you feel like that we've handled the process fairly well? Or do you think that what would you say to people who say your dad doesn't really look sick? What would you say to that?
I'd say, I don't know.
Because I get that probably. I get that a lot. Pull that up closer to your face, buddy. There you go. So I get that a lot, from people. They say, Colton, you look great. You don't look real sick.
Well, some days you look terrible, but usually when you're only out when you feel good.
Right.
Like now you're not going to broadcast when you feel like it,
Right. Yeah. So it's just something we kind of keep. I don't say we keep it private, but we don't really just
stay positive.
Yeah. We try to keep it light, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We make a lot of jokes.
Like your thing.
Yeah.
Stay positive.
Stay positive, man. I think that's when you say it's my thing, what do you mean?
You're always, let's say your dog died, right?
Uh-huh.
You're going to be like, it's okay. Is up in heaven. Be happy. I don't know how to explain it.
So are you like that? Or are you?
No.
What do you like?
Well, okay. Depends on who you are. If you're my brother, I'm going to beat you up,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Obviously.
Well, speaking of your brother, how do you feel like, you've been able to support him? Obviously he's got a little bit on him now, more so than say a normal.
I try to hang out with him more than we usually do. So
yeah, I mean, can you tell maybe he's a little maybe on edge about it, or do you notice any differences?
No,
he's pretty even kill.
Yeah, he's straightforward. He's like, all right.
There you go. And what is y'all's relationship like? They're just
in general, I'm a meanie.
You're a meanie.
That's the truth. I'm a meanie. They can agree.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm not gonna say
it. You know I am.
You're not a meanie. I just think you're just, you're Elijah.
Yeah.
And so what other than that, what before this, during
we
this?
To joke around, hang out,
Yeah, I think y'all have a pretty good
before I don't know, average brother relationship.
Sure. Do you think that this has brought y'all closer, or would you say?
I mean, as we've gotten older, we've got. Well, actually, that's a lie. So, when we were younger, I was the one going to the room. He's like, "Get out! I don't want you in here." But then we've gotten older. He's like, "Can we hang out?" I'm like, "Get out!"
So y'all kind of swapped roles.
Yeah.
There. But I feel like y'all have always been.
And then we got
friends.
The game room, and then we just kind of go in there.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like y'all have always kind of been friends. So I think it was kind of convenient.
Yeah.
Not convenient, but it was probably good that y'all were, going into, this last year of our life, Yeah, it's been tough, but I really think you've done a really good job. And I can tell that y'all have pulled it together, just for yourselves. Obviously, I mean, there's been a lot, your Nana's been watching you, and but you've had to, Nana doesn't know the ins and outs of like school and
she like I used to come in, I'd be like, Nana, can you help me with this math problem? Right. She'd be like, let me bring out Chat GPT.
Yeah. But y'all kind of worked around that, and y'all both ended the school year with pretty good grades. Considering that you didn't have a lot of help from us, so I was really proud of y'all for that. And I'm just super proud of you. I think that you've handled this well, and I think you're got a bright future. I think it's fun, and maybe people can see how you and Reese are. I think that at the core, at your heart level, y'all are very similar, but I think that y'all are vastly different people, personality wise. As best as I feel like I've kind of raised you both the same, and your mother. You know what I mean? Like I've tried to teach you both the same things, but you both
we're completely different. That's
completely different. Yeah, and it's interesting to me as a parent, and maybe other parents can probably attest to that. That you can have however many kids, but you can't make them be who you want them to be. You can just hope that they kind of learn a few things from you along the way.
Yeah, if you have like 4 kids, I'm sorry, loses.
They do. Yeah, and I think that some of them are similar to each other, and then some of them are vastly different.
I think they're all different.
Do you?
Yeah.
You spend a lot more time with them.
They're all different.
Which is cool, right? You would.
I've never gone one day with them without them arguing.
Well, they're also siblings. You and Reese argue.
Yeah, we argue all the
time. So yeah, that's to be expected. But what would you say? Like, if you had to, some people who listen to this have reached out to us, your mom and I, that they're going through a similar. So no battle's the same, but for other kids, older or younger, going through something similar with their parents or dad or mom, whatever, what would you say? Like, what's a piece of advice you could give somebody?
Stay positive.
Yeah. Like, in what way? Elaborate a bit. Stay positive. Do you mean like in the things you say, mentally, spiritually?
Everything. Stay positive.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Just like...
I don't know how to explain it. Just stay positive.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like in just your thoughts and...
Yeah.
Yeah.
All that.
Do you think that, we're Christians, right? We believe in Jesus and all these things. And do you think that this has strengthened your faith with God? Or do you think it has challenged you? Would you say? Like, how has that affected your faith in this whole process?
Nothing's really changed, I would say. Yeah. I mean, we've gotten to church a lot less because we got so much going on. My bad.
You're all right.
Yeah, so we'd go to church a little less. I mean, we still go.
Right.
We try. Usually I'd be like, it's been a while since we've been to church. And I wake up and they're like, come on, boys.
Usually when I'm healthy, I try to go.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. But what do you think, like in your own time, your personal time, do you feel like that's about the same? Or do you think that you've had to kind of lean more, on your faith?
I guess it's the same.
Really? Okay. Yeah. That's interesting. I thought that it would sway one way or the other. Some people, they lean on God to be like, oh, help us. We.
And then the other side, they're like, you've done terrible things to me. Why did you do this?
Right. To me? Yeah. Why have you caused this? So that's good that you've been able to stay pretty even keel through the process. I mean, that's pretty good. I'm proud of you, man. We love you, and we think the world of you and your brother, and just I'm proud that you're were willing to help me. I remember when I don't know if you remember, but when we started talking about stem cell, and we actually kind of made a joke about it, you know, and Reese is like, we had just got done talking about a bone marrow biopsy, I think. And so that was in their minds a bit, you know, the drilling in my bone and that being very painful, and just kind of being transparent with y'all about that. But, and then we're like, but Reese, you know, maybe you'd be a donor and la, la, la. So I think Reese's thought was like,
no way.
He's like, dude, what? Hold on. You're going to drill in my bones? You know, what the heck? And then I think I remember you saying, well, it doesn't matter. We'll do what we got to do. You know, something along those lines.
Obviously.
Yeah. But, you know, not everybody has that thought process, you know. I know obviously in this house we do, but, you know, I haven't brainwashed you to think that way, you know, or Reese, I haven't told you to think that way. And so it's pretty cool for y'all. You know, y'all are good boys, and I think people will see that. I think people do see that. And, you know, I think that at times it becomes difficult for us to, you know, sometimes it feels like, oh, we're getting in like a normal swing of things. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, this feels kind of halfway normal for us. And then, you know, boom, the heaviness of everything can kind of, you know, jump all over you all over again. And I think that y'all have really done well, you know, keeping, like you said, keeping positive and, you know, trying as best we can to stay close to Jesus, you know, in our minds, in our hearts.
Yeah. Like, okay. About the whole, like, of course I would do it, you know?
Yeah.
I think if you only usually, like, think about yourself, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, that's not like that all the time, but, like, let's say you're like, oh, I'm so, how do I say this? I don't know how to explain it, but then like
Right.
they look so like positive, and they're like, "Oh, I'm so
Jealous?
cool, you know,
What?
I do so many things. I gift to charity,
Right.
all that, right?
Yeah.
Let's say usually kind of like priest attitude, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that. And let's say they were your family member, right?
Uh-huh.
They're not going to do it all the time. It's not a guarantee that they're going to do that. Or let's just throw out this: if you literally only care about yourself, I doubt they're going to do it.
No. Yeah.
Because I remember you had this one cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mom was almost angry.
Yeah. Well, we did, and we've talked a little about it, but not to call anybody out. But,
you know, I'm not going to call you out.
No, but we have, and we're super we're super transparent about, just what's going on. And,
I remember.
Obviously the donor situation, we were somewhat, we've talked about it a little. We were informed that there were better donor options.
I remember there was somebody who was everything, had nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
And was like, I think a 5.
Yeah. Yep. There was a lot of, you know, possibilities. And then, you know, some people did, you know, not just one, you know, it was several people just didn't follow through. We just didn't tell y'all everything, but, you know, just people didn't follow through. And so with time and restraints, and, you know, that went into the decision for Reese. And so, but yeah, you know what? And your mom and I have recently had this discussion, and, you know, this is something for y'all. I'll just tell you while we're on here, but, you know, you can't hold, this is something I've had to be for my whole life, really. If you hold on to say something you don't agree with somebody, whether it be family or stranger, if you hold on to that anger, and if you hold on to that disappointment, or however it made you feel, it will eat you away. And a phrase I've used as of late, you know, with cancer, is I keep saying, you know, that doesn't really serve me well. And what I mean by that is like anger, disappointment, or disgruntledness, you know, or just any sort of negative, you know, like staying positive, like you're saying. But it really doesn't serve me well to be mad at somebody. If I'm mad at a friend, can I change their mind by being mad?
No.
Probably not, right? does it make me beat cancer by being angry?
No.
I would almost venture to say it makes I think the body responds to the mind pretty well. You know, when you're happy, have you ever been like really sad and you almost feel sick because you're sad or angry, like sick to your stomach or sick? And I think that for me, you know, I try to, when I get bad news or, you know, something I don't agree with family or whatever, I just try to process it. And then I go, you know what, that's not going to serve me well. I'm going to lean on the people who do love me.
If you're like happy, you're like jumping with joy.
Yeah. And I think so. My mindset, I think in order to beat cancer and just in life to be a good dad and be a good, you know, husband.
I wouldn't say that helps all the time because you're still going to feel bad.
That's right.
Days, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can't always get past it, but I think that me going, you know, so-and-so didn't follow through, you know, I hate them or I'm going to be mad at them. You know, I just feel like I'm putting a stone in my heart. And I feel like, you know, if I get enough stones, you know, my heart will be hard and, you know, not compassionate to people. And, you know, so I just think that I'm really try to do that and, you know, be that for y'all but for myself. And I think that you should do the same. And, you know, it doesn't serve you to put your thoughts on people who don't love you and care for you. It just doesn't. Why? You know, why would you do that? And yeah, so anybody who didn't follow through, and you know, they know who they are, right? I don't, you know, have any grudge.
Don't hate them.
No, I don't have a grudge. I mean, I do find it confusing, you know, and I think that, remember I had asked you earlier, you know, oh, your dad doesn't look sick, you know, we kind of asked your opinion on that. You know, I think some of it, people just don't realize the seriousness of the situation and they don't see, you know, they didn't see me laying on the couch for days, you know, not able to get up.
I remember that. You were like, I'd always come home from school and you're just like, yeah. And we like get Chipotle and I'm like, I hate this place. So I'll do it for Dad.
Yeah, that's right. I had to, for some reason, it was easy for me to eat Chipotle during chemo, but yeah, man, you know, to get off the cancer, you know, I know it's kind of a bummer, but if you have a long 100 days, you know, coming up and just stay positive, man. Like you said, stay positive, pray for me and throw me good vibes. And, you know, anybody want to come show my kids some love while I'm gone, please do. And just
bring me Zaxby's.
Bring him Zaxby's.
Give me some chicken strips and a Coke.
And a Coke. No French fries?
No, French fries. And Zaxby's sauce.
But I did put together, let me see, I've got, I have so rapid fire questions here, and they're supposed to be that you don't think about them too long. Okay, it's like I would just want you to answer them, you know, as they come to you, and just see.
Like yes and no.
No, I mean you'll see. If you could rename yourself right now, what would you rename yourself?
Elijah.
So you're cool with your name?
I'm cool with my name.
You like your name?
Yeah.
You like your middle name, Owen?
No, I'm changing.
You don't like? Is it your
anything but?
Wow, really?
No, I hate it.
Okay, who's funnier, you or your brother?
Reese.
Yeah.
I gotta just tell him. I just gotta say it.
Okay.
It's like I'm mad, you know. I'm mad at him, and then he's like doing something that I'm like giggling, and he's like, hey, "You're laughing." I'm like, "No."
Changes it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What's your personal secret superpower that nobody appreciates?
What do you mean?
Like if you like, maybe mine's positivity. You know,
that nobody appreciates.
Yeah, or maybe people don't know or realize.
When somebody makes me mad, I laugh it off, and then I'm like, I hope you fall into a ditch on your way home to school.
Dang, bro. You're just like your mom.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm like, oh, ha, ha, ha.
If you had to eat a food every day, just one food every single day, all meals, what food would it be?
Like your entire life?
Let's just say, yes.
Okay, I would say a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich, but like I don't want to be like
right
unhealthy.
Right. So would you still eat that food if it gave you the hiccups every day?
No.
That's
I
what
would
it
miss
said.
it though.
Yeah.
I guess something that my dad cooks, like
Let's do
some kind
that.
of meat, steak maybe. I don't know. Not ground beef. Ground beef is disgusting.
All right. Who would win in a fight? Your mom with the flip flop or Goku?
My mom with a flip flop. She's like the Chi-Chi of the family.
Goku. Yep. Let's see. If you wake up with a full mustache, like a full spiraling, what are you going to do? You going to keep it or are you going to shave it?
Well, I'm keeping it. I'm hitting that.
Oh, God.
The curl.
If you could bring one anime character to the dinner table.
Mob.
Mob?
Mob.
That's who you'd bring.
He is the nicest person you will ever meet.
Okay. Is he like, what show is he on?
Mob Psycho.
Okay, that's the one you like. Okay. Not, what's his name? Dimple!
No!
Dimple, no!
Oh, God. No.
Oh, poor guy. R.I.P. Rest in peace, man.
When he came back.
Okay, it says, what anime character would definitely cry during a Pixar movie?
Mob. Wait, no, not him. I don't know. The most sensitive character I can think of. Goku.
Yeah, I agree.
Goku. He'd cry.
Let's see. Would you rather have Wi-Fi, like lose your Wi-Fi for a week, or hug your brother in public for 5 minutes?
Lose Wi-Fi.
Wow, bro. That is 5 minutes?
He would agree. He would agree.
You couldn't hug him for 5 minutes.
Absolutely not.
Bro, you got to be ashamed. Yep. Let's see. If your dad, would your dad be more likely to start using an anime catchphrase or your mother?
It depends on what character. If it's like a really serious, like Goku, like, hey, it's me, Goku. That's you, And then like mom, if I say like Wonder Hoy, that's gonna be mom. That's
Okay, that's fair. What would you say? If your mom had to remind you of what you kind of already stated, of a anime character, and your dad and your brother, who would they each be?
Okay. Reese would be Majin Buu.
Which one?
The normal
the happy one.
The happy.
Yeah. Okay.
Candy. Like that.
Boo kill people.
Boo boo boo.
Okay. And what about?
You would be like Goku.
Let's go.
I guess. I mean, like
you guess, bro.
I guess.
Let's go. Let's go. All right. What about your mom? What Chi-Chi? Is that what you're saying? Yeah. I mean, it's pretty. It feels pretty right.
I see her. I'm like, that's my mom.
Yeah. Go to school. Learn. Yeah. That's
You're
about
gonna
right.
Be a doctor.
Okay. Well, cool, man. I appreciate you coming on. I got one last thing, but I just want to repeat that I love you, man. I'm really proud of you. Your mom, I know she would be saying the same thing, that just keep doing you, keep pushing for your goals, man, and keep inspiring people. I'm just super proud that you were willing to help and you have been helping. I think that you've really, I think more so than you probably realize, have just been really good for everybody. And just because you're not on the news and famous like your brother.
Good for me.
You're really
good for me.
I know that I kind of mentioned this last episode. I don't know if people caught it, but you did design the intro for this podcast.
Okay. Personally, at first, it was good, but I spelt Sunny wrong.
Oh, yeah, you did.
I put one N instead of two, and I had to like
SUNY.
Yeah.
But
so
you
I had to like
animated
redo it. And then like after I did it, like when the words were getting wrote, and I was like, this is terrible.
Yeah. But I mean, you and Race are both into art, and they're both pretty drastically different. When you do like digital.
He's like, can you draw with me? I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to help with that.
Yeah. And you pretty much, like, you don't just draw, though. You actually make things kind of like, I don't know what you call that, like an animation, I guess.
Yeah. I'm not good with it, I would say.
I think you're pretty good.
I try my best.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. He uses an iPad and does some really neat things. Maybe, I don't know. I might try to see if right here can add one of them if you send it to me.
Sure.
Yeah. The one that we were fighting one. I thought that was pretty cool. I like that.
That was like 6 months ago.
So what does that mean?
That was pretty.
You think you're better now?
I think I've gotten a little better, but I remember taking my time on that.
Yeah, I think you did a great job with it. And yeah, I think it's really good.
I like how you made like all my questions according to anime because I'm a nerd.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, you are a nerd, but that's fine. Loser.
Loser.
Yeah, the whole podcast world's like, this is the worst dad ever, and he calls this nerdy son a loser, and you're not that nerdy.
And I'm better than everybody.
And you're cooler is the word I use. Yeah. See, you changed my words, man, like right here. But before we go, since your mom let us bro out today instead of having her on, that means you've got to do Harry Potter trivia with me.
I remember making this. I remember.
Yeah, that was awesome. Boom. All right. I will go.
Is that 3D printed?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
The Lewis is made this for us.
I just thought it was glass.
Boom. 3D print. All right, grab one. Oh. All right.
I feel like I'm going to get this wrong.
Let's see. No, you're asking me, and then I'm going to ask you.
What is the name of the cat belonging to Hogwarts caretaker August Fletcher? I remember this.
What is the cat's name?
The caretaker.
The caretaker or cat?
Wait. What is the name of the cat? Okay.
The cat. Oh man, I know Filch is the caretaker and the cat. Mr. Mrs. or Mr. something. I'm close, right? Mr. I don't remember. What is it?
I'll give you a hint. It starts with an N.
Norris.
Yep.
Is Norris?
It's Norris.
Let's go. I'll take a win. Okay. I love it. All right, cool. All right. Here you go for you. Oh, you look, I'm going to show you a little mercy here. There's no way.
Show me mercy. Please.
You're not getting that one. That was tough, man.
Was it like a book question?
Yeah, it was a book question.
Oh, okay. No.
What is the magical equipment store in Hogsmeade? This is tough.
Like where Harry got his broom?
Yeah, I think so actually. But I don't think you're gonna get it.
I'm not. Walmart.
Let's go. No. It is Dervis and Banges. I don't even know if that's how you say that. Yeah, but that
I was not getting that.
All right, one more. I got an easy one, sort of. I mean, compared to yours. I mean, you're I think if you had a decent one there.
I need like an easy question that everybody knows.
I'll try to find you one.
Like, what is the curly-haired girl's name?
Hermione? Like,
yeah, like.
Okay. Go ahead.
Who is the Martin of the orphanage where Voldemort grows up?
Hold on. Say it again.
You remember when Voldemort was in the orphanage?
It said who is what?
The Martin of the orphanage where Voldemort grew up.
I haven't. I got no idea. What is it?
Miss Cole. Nobody's getting that.
All right, your last question. What is the largest... Oh, you might get this. Think hard. What is the largest ball used in Quidditch called? Not the snitch. What's the ball they throw around?
I remember this. I'm trying to think back to the suitcase.
Thinky. I want to give you a hint. It starts with a Q.
I knew it. I almost said quad ball. No.
You're awfully close with the qu sound.
Quidditch ball.
Quaffle.
It's
a quaffle.
I don't know. I remember.
You did pretty good. Nobody can hear you when you don't speak in the microphone. I'm sorry, everybody who couldn't hear him half the time because he's like.
I would have gotten the snitch.
Yeah, I think I had a question with the snitch. Yeah. Man, I appreciate you being on. I had a lot of fun. We'll have to have you on again when this is all said and done, and maybe we'll figure out a way to have you and your brother on. That'd be wild, huh?
I don't
think y'all can manage.
With like a third chair.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
You can sit right here.
We're not sitting next to each other's.
No. Why wouldn't you sit next to your brother?
No, I'm saying not in the same seat.
Yeah. Boy. Anyway, love you, brother.
Love you too.
All right, man.